What is up, guys? Cool to here. Welcome back to some more Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Last time we fought Edelgard, took her out, and we are on to, I guess, the last arc of the game. And I was so sure. It's just another testament. My memory is garbage. I was so sure I'd never seen that CG before. No, it was in Golden Deer, so I've seen it. I have zero recollection of ever seeing it, but there's that. But let's get it going.
Part 2. Silver Snow. Blue Sea Moon. The city without light. Following Edelgard's defeat and Rhea's rescue, the Resistance Army discovers the existence of another adversary, a group operating behind the scenes within the Empire. To prevent disaster from befalling Fódlan, the Resistance Army heads for Shambala, the enemy's stronghold.
The Empire has been defeated. We have rescued Rhea, but still the flames of war burn on.
Today's monastery episode, you guys let me know, and I appreciate it, that this is not the last monastery. So I can relax knowing I have one more monastery to get all the supports that, we may not be able to get, today.
We journey to Shambhala, where those who slither in the dark reside.
We know nothing of the place, or what we can expect to find there.
What Flame says is true. If we are to prevail, we must be prepared for any eventuality before we advance.
I will accompany you.
What? No, that would be far too dangerous. Your long confinement weakened you greatly, did it not?
Those people have opposed us since ancient times. I wish to learn the truth about them for myself.
I understand. I will not stop you, but please take care not to overexert yourself.
What? But she's been hiding away so long. She shouldn't just up and go somewhere scary. Trust me, it's a bad idea.
Bernadetta, hiding away seems a poor description for someone who is imprisoned.
We must, if the going gets tough,
Oh god,
we have
I
to
didn't
carry
mean
her
to
on our backs
fucking,
and make a run for it. We must be careful not to put undue stress on Lady Rhea. If the going gets tough, we'll have to carry her on our backs and make a run for it.
You think you can carry her? Maybe someone else should do that part.
No matter what enemies are appearing, we will be protecting her. We will be winning. If we work together, I am certain all will be well.
The ones we are soon to face have eluded us for a long time. There is much to fear. We must all proceed with utmost caution, lest we fall prey to one of their traps.
Okay, so no one... Is Shambhala just a well-known place in this? Like, no one questioned, like, where the hell is Shambhala? Is that just another... It's just a place on the map, but, like, no one dares go there? Alright. Do we have any supports that were built up from the last... Okay, we have the A with Seteth ready. We need the A with Aloise. I think that's mostly where we're needing. Hilda has her A ready with Balthus. I would like... We haven't even started it, but I would like to get the Caspar Hilda. But I think it's Seteth, Aloise, and Caspar are the main people. Because Caspar still needs to run through the rest of Catherine, so that's 3 there. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, potentially. Seteth needs to get 1, 2, 3. Okay, only 3 more with Seteth. That shouldn't be too bad. Flane. Oh, I like forgot about Flane supports. Shit. Flane and Ferdinand, I don't think we've ever seen. I'm pretty sure we started that one. Let me open my notepad, because I had written down a bunch of them in our, like, prep work. I think that's another one I need to get. Flane, Ferdinand, yeah. So we started it. We need the latter 2. And we definitely seen Flame Manuela. So it's just Seteth and Ferdinand. Okay. Eloise needs like all of them. So Bernadetta, Petra, Manuela, Catherine, Shamir. I think that's it. I'm pretty sure I've seen Shamir Petra. I can go double check that in the log to see that's not finished. I'm pretty sure we've seen that one. Okay, and I think that's it. So those are the ones we're gonna be shooting for. I don't know how much renown I have to help that. But let's go ahead and get it started. I guess I could check. Renown pops up here, right? 803. Well, okay then. That's not great.
Is it really prudent to bring Lady Rhea on our upcoming expedition? It would be best not to have her doing anything strenuous, considering how long she was confined. There are still many in Fódlan who are seeking Lady Rhea's salvation. For their sake, we cannot put her in harm's way.
With Edelgard gone, maybe Fódlan will finally find some peace. That's all well and good, but, she was also the one to put my father under house arrest. So now he's been released and he's taken charge of House Varley. I can't handle it. I can't deal with him. Please, you have to do something. Thank you so much.
I thought that taking the Empire's capital would bring an end to this war. How naive of me. I'll have to write to my family and tell them I'll be gone a while longer.
He's dead. My father's dead. I'm okay, though. Really. I was ready for it. He was a general in the Imperial Army, after all. Minister of Military Affairs. He gave his own life so the Empire's soldiers wouldn't have to lose theirs. That's a fight that only he could take on. He was such a tough guy. I fought side by side with you this whole time. But did I ever get any stronger? Will I ever be as strong as my father?
I can still see Dedeu's struggle when I close my eyes. I don't know why he was so bent on destroying Edelgard. Now that we've completed our mission, I can only pray that his soul is accepted into heaven to rest in peace.
Professor, I just got word from the opera company. I don't know if everyone survived, but it looks like they should be able to mount a revival. They even asked if I'd consider making a return to the stage someday. I suspect I may refuse, though. We're at the dawn of something new. No reason to look backwards, eh?
So Lady Rhea was all right after all. Well done bringing her back safely. Finally, us true believers may breathe easy again. Simply magnificent. You're saying the fight isn't over yet?
We saved Rhea and the Empire has crumbled. The kingdom may as well be finished too. The reasons for me to remain in Fódlan are fading. Of course, I've come this far. May as well see it through to the end.
I heard that Lady Rhea's back. But why hasn't she shown herself to everyone yet? Oh, she's convalescing. Fair enough. She was in captivity for a long time. I pray that she feels better soon.
A mysterious power threatening the very future of Fódlan? Certainly we cannot give it leeway. Right now, the Empire, the Kingdom, and even the Alliance no longer exist. There is only Fódlan, and Fódlan must fight together as one. There is simply no option but victory. The alternative is unthinkable. Perhaps I will have the opportunity to strike the decisive blow on the enemy commander. Oh, that would secure my place in history for certain.
We finally got Lady Rhea back from the Empire and fulfilled our mission. I wish we could afford for her to have a good long rest, but that just isn't possible.
So, the moment we defeat 80, the nobles cozy up to the Alliance and Church. That lot really does think only of themselves and no one else. But then there's Count Berglis. He used to be Minister of Military Affairs. He sacrificed his own life so that all the soldiers and officers who fought could be given quarter. When I heard that, I don't know. simple act of humanity. I couldn't help it. I burst into tears. You know Count Bergles is Caspar's father, right? I can't even imagine how Caspar must feel about it.
The history of the Empire spans 1,185 years. And just like that, it ends. But the Hresfelg legacy could live on. When Edelgard assumed power, there were no other rightful heirs. She said that whoever takes the throne next should do so by virtue of merit, not blood. And she truly meant what she said. At any rate, I feel that a huge hole has opened up in my heart. Who knows if it can ever be filled?
We won against the Imperial Army. I still can't believe it. But I guess we still have some enemies left. I'm not well informed, but I have plenty of fighting spirit.
A mysterious organization, slithering in the dark of Fódlan, like something out of a midnight tale. It appears these fiends have infiltrated the deepest corners of the Empire. After the fall of Enbar, they've remained well concealed. That said, I would keep an eye on Edelgard's uncle, Lord Arundel. Something about him sits ill with me.
Professor! My most heartfelt thanks and congratulations on Lady Rhea's safe return. With your magnificent achievements, maybe you'll join the ranks of the Saints one day. I'm sure when the monastery is rebuilt, they'll make a proper statue of you. All majestic and shiny and tall. Oh, I just know they will.
The Empire is broken in smithereens. Now it is possible for me to go back to Brigid. But I cannot choose that choice. The time is still too soon for that. We must be stopping the evil for everyone in Fódlan. We will be fighting until the end of it.
As history proves, everything comes to an end eventually. I knew that all along, but it still came as a surprise. Those who slither in the dark. It's all so fascinating and strange. They must certainly have a long history of their own. And when they fall, that will come quickly too, don't you think? That almost sounded like a prophecy there. Am I spooking you yet?
Shambala, it was called, right? Scary that it's so close to the House Gonril territories. Who'd have thought all those creeps were living right under my nose? I was hoping my big brother would help us in this next battle. But he says that I can represent House Gonril without his help, that I have it in me. I'm glad he recognizes that I have some ability. Still, I wish he wasn't leaving it all to me. Those who slither in the dark. It seems we'll finally discover their true form. I get the sense that they're in league with the mages who experimented on me as a child. I wouldn't be surprised if Edelgard was subjected to them too. There's no telling what their true motives are. But whatever their motives, what they have done is unforgivable. They must be exterminated.
Lady Rhea's back! Lady Rhea's back! I'm so happy! But things aren't gonna be like they used to be anytime soon, are they? There's still folks out there that want us all dead, and Lady Rhea still hasn't regained her strength yet. Speaking of which, Professor, please don't ask too much of her right now, okay?
Fighting against enemies whose true nature is unknown is honestly really scary. Still, if there's a force in this world that clearly means us harm, we have no choice but to fight back. With our own hands, we'll safeguard Fódlan's future.
We rescued Lady Rhea. I can hardly express my joy. But now we know about a new foe who intends to bring her harm. In time, we'll realize the peaceful world that Lady Rhea has always hoped for. I'll have to keep that in mind when I'm fighting.
You've done it! You did it! You crushed the Empire and rescued Lady Rhea! I'm sure the Captain is proud of you right now. As am I, of course. I'm as proud as if I'd done it myself. Sorry, I didn't mean to overdo it. We still have to deal with Monica's group. Those who killed the Captain. We'll knock them down so hard that they can't get back up.
I am so glad that Rhea is unharmed. My brother continues to worry about her, however. Of course, I am worried myself. I cannot imagine being in that situation while in such a state. I hope she will rest now, and leave it up to you and my brother to see things through.
Rhea is sleeping right now. If it is not absolutely urgent, please do not disturb her rest. The long confinement took its toll on her health. Truthfully, she is in no shape to be exerting herself at all, to say nothing of a military expedition. To make matters worse, we are now facing a very old enemy. One that has conspired against us since time out of mind. Please proceed with caution. I have a bad feeling.
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. I can hardly believe you managed to handle the capital city like that. Everyone did sterling work. I really thought we'd know peace after that battle. But we're not quite there yet, huh?
Nothing tastes better than a drink to celebrate the fall of the Empire. You know, Fraldarius, one of the 10 elites, is a distant ancestor of mine. Even if the kingdom as we know it no longer exists, there's a poetic justice in taking the Empire down.
I thought defeating the Empire would be the end of it. Now we're after some mysterious shadow organization? For crying out loud. If that's what it takes to achieve peace, count me and my muscles in. This might be my last chance to literally save the world with my strength. Not gonna let that pass me by.
Whatever threatens Fódlan also threatens my dream. This folly must end now. You go to war harboring such doubts? Pray keep these faint-hearted ruminations to yourself. What is frightening is to have scant idea of what is in store. Now that we know, victory shall be ours.
Sounds like there were shenanigans happening behind the scenes in the Empire. I think war was basically inevitable no matter what Eddie did, with those creeps pulling the strings. Come to think of it, I wonder if the lady who kidnapped me was... Never mind. Not worth mentioning.
I've got a message for you. From a dead man. The Emperor was keeping the Archbishop alive as insurance against those who slither in the dark. When you go to Shambhala, the message says, take the Archbishop with you.
Slithering in darkness. Unsettling, to say the least. You must be boiling to avenge your father, though. You seem pretty calm for what it is we're staring at. Where's your fire, huh? I imagine this battle will be a defining moment in history. All or nothing. Let's do this.
Hey you, listen up. I've got something to report. I hear we conquered the Imperial capital, but the war's still not over? Not sure how much sense that makes, but then making sense of things isn't my job. Look out for yourself in the next battle, got it? I'll have lots more things to report by then. That's a promise. In the meantime, I'll be cheering you on.
Okay, so I wrote down pretty much every support. I don't think I missed any that we need to get. When I was going over them earlier, I did forget about Linhardt and Catherine. So I have that one written down. And there are a few that I would like to get that I guess like to get. One of them I wouldn't like to get, but we have the option. So if there's time, I guess I'll see it. Bernadetta Ingrid is a thing that exists. But Ferdinand and Flame, we got that. We got one extra with Linhardt, and then there's one more there. We need the A+. Caspar got to B. Most of it, I think, is Aloise's, but we got a decent chunk. I think the hardest one, though, is gonna be the Hilda ones. Those ones, because neither of these are fielded, I'm gonna pretty much have to do it all with Renown. So we'll see what happens, because there's Caspar and Hilda, and then Ferdinand and Hilda we have never seen before either. Yeah, those two. Those are the iffy ones. But let's start from the top, get that popcorn ready, and let's get into it. Ferdinand and Elaine.
Good day, Ferdinand. Working on your armor again?
Good day to you too. That is right. I have been overusing it a bit lately. Now, allow me to wager a guess. Are you feeling hungry as usual?
Oh yeah, theirs was like, hey, your armor smells like food.
As usual? It is not as though I am always searching for a meal. I am rather interested in armor. Do you mind if I peer over your shoulder while you work?
Of course not. Please, feel free to observe.
Thank you for allowing me the pleasure. Oh, so many different types. Wow! Helmets, armor, gauntlets. The range of defensive items seems innumerable. This one seems different from the rest of them. It is akin to a gauntlet, except...
Flayn, careful!
Huh? Oh!
Flayn, are you alright? Did you injure yourself?
I am well. But what was that?
That could have been serious. Please forgive me. I should have warned you first.
It was like a trick knife in a glove?
This is a new type of gauntlet with a spring-loaded blade over the knuckles.
Or the knuckles, you know, that works too.
The mechanism is rather easily triggered. How foolish of me not to warn you.
No, I am the one who was overly curious and reached out without permission. My apologies. But, when you snatched me out of harm's way, you embraced me quite tightly.
Yes. You were in danger and my instincts simply took hold. I hope you will forgive my rashness.
No, it is not that at all. It is just... you hugged me so tight.
Did it hurt? I am so sorry, Flayn. I did not mean to cause you any discomfort.
Not at all.
Okay.
Not in the slightest. Anyway...
Such a delicate creature.
Not at all. Not in the slightest. Anyway, I had better be on my way.
Such a delicate creature. And that sweet demeanor. Yeah, snap out of it, Ferdinand.
Call her a fucking creature. Okay. I think that's the most flirty, like out of all the Flayn supports, there's been some that have been romantically charged, but that one's straight up flirty Flayn. Okay, Linhardt and Catherine. This one's been really good so far.
Linhardt, I understand you'd endanger yourself to realize your dreams. But why go this far? You never seemed like the type to put this much effort into anything.
Honestly, I find most everything annoying, which is most likely why you have such an opinion of me. But to continue my research without taking this chance to know the truth, what would be the point? Besides, ignorance can breed even greater dangers. For example, do you know for whom Thunderbrand was originally crafted?
The goddess.
Correct. And because of that, everyone just stops thinking about it. No one really knows what the relic is made of, how it was crafted, or what its very structure may be. Until we know those things and truly understand the power and the danger relics hold, we won't be able to gain any new knowledge. I'm tired of talking.
You tire too easily. But I think I understand your logic. If you really want to risk your life, I won't stop you. Just remember, Linhardt, curiosity killed the...
I am not a cat. It will require more than my own curiosity to finish me off.
You've got guts, I'll give you that. But don't blame me if something bad happens.
If something happens, it happens. Finding out the truth means accepting the risks. Those who've identified plants, both poisonous and medicinal, took the same risk in eating each. I'm just like those people.
Okay, fine. I give up. You win. I'll let you hold Thunderbrand just this once. Go on, give it a try. And don't worry about something bad happening. I'll be right here.
Okay. There's an A+ to that. Excited for that one. Caspar and Catherine B.
Hey, Caspar. You look more troubled than usual.
Yeah. I've been thinking a lot about the last time we talked. I really admire your strength, and I want to be like you on the battlefield. But I don't agree with your idea of justice. If that's the case, is it bad for me to look up to you? I'm not sure how to feel anymore.
I can't answer that. You'll need to find the answer on your own. I can offer one piece of advice, however.
Sure, anything will help.
When I told you I would cut down children with no hesitation, you looked disgusted. I take it that's the part you're struggling to accept?
Pretty much. I don't think I'd be able to do it, even if that meant disobeying orders.
Well, what if the children had their own weapons? What if they were trying to kill you?
Well, maybe if it was in self-defense, but even that...
What if the children were killing each other? Let's say their families had been slaughtered and they sought revenge. How would you stop the killing? Who would you strike down?
I don't know. I'd have to see what's going on for myself, but even then,
When you witness these horrors in person, it's no easier to decide. In fact, the decision is harder. Choosing to end or spare a life, whether to save someone or abandon them, these choices are always difficult.
Having to choose between life and death.
You have a strong sense of justice. You have clearly defined ideals, but that's not an asset on the battlefield. Ideals slow you down. They cause inner conflict. Making decisions in the spur of the moment, you can't hope to be perfectly fair and just. That's why I choose to fight for Lady Rhea's justice. The justice of the Church of Seiros.
But what about when Lady Rhea's ideals don't really line up with yours? Then what?
Not possible. Lady Rhea's ideals are my ideals. There's no conflict between them, because that's what I've decided. Do you see?
I don't get it. You can't possibly agree on everything.
I have faltered in the past.
That's what I'm talking about. How can you blindly trust some other person's sense of justice?
Not a person. The goddess. I cared about someone, and they were branded a criminal. That's when I started down this path. I didn't know whether to turn a blind eye or mete out punishment.
What did you do?
I couldn't decide, so I looked to the goddess for guidance. Since then, I have devoted myself completely to the goddess. I surrender myself wholly to her will. So think carefully, Caspar. To what will you devote your sword and your heart?
There wasn't much to say. I was just like really enthralled in in that conversation. Okay, and I think that goes up to an A+. Yeah, so there's 2 more to that. Okay, that was good shit. Let's get these knocked out.
Ah, Bernadetta, have you finished your illustrations?
Yes, I have. Finally. This is the first time I've ever made anything for a real-life book. I was up all night finishing these. Bernie's all burned out now. I guess if they're no good, we'll just have to burn them all, huh?
Let's leave the topic of burning aside for now, shall we? Show me what you've done.
So, what do you think?
This is excellent work. The color, especially. It truly brings your art to life. I will see that the new edition of our book is added to the Garreg Mach collection.
Really? Oh, that's such a relief. It was a tough job, but yeah, there's nothing Bernie can't handle.
You certainly do have some impressive mood swings. Actually, there is one thing I'd like to discuss.
Oh no, what did I get wrong?
Relax. I simply wanted to ask you about this last image. This is you here, is it not?
Yes. Is that wrong? What's wrong with it?
Nothing at all. I'm only curious. Does that make me the person standing beside you?
Oh, no, that's St. Keyhole.
Is that so? Then I must ask, what relationship are you suggesting you have with him?
Well, I got the impression that the story of St. Indek was told from St. Keyhole's point of view. So I just imagined that I asked St. Keyhole about it. And, that's where the picture came from. I guess I overdid it, huh? That's weird, isn't it? It's really weird. We can scrap it. Let's just get rid of it.
Ah, so that's why. That's amusing.
It is?
Very much. And I think this is a very fitting end to the book, actually. St. Keyhole and Bernadetta. They would have made quite an interesting pair, I think. In fact, if the two of you had lived in the same time, I am certain you would share a deep bond.
What? St. Keyhole and me? No way. I've already got my hands full just trying to be friends with you. But I've managed that at least, right? Haven't I?
Absolutely.
Okay, I think that's one of the... Have we seen any others that really touched on the fact that he is St. Keyhole? I don't know if there were. Oh wait. There's still one more up here.
I finally have a day all on my own. stay inside my room. At last I feel as free as a bird that's flown.
Bernadetta, do you have a moment?
I wasn't looking at their hats, I swear! And if I was, I wouldn't say a word about them. Not even if you tortured me. Mercy, please! I can keep a secret honest!
Hold on! It's me, Alois. Calm down.
Huh? Oh, Eloise. I was sure you'd, never mind.
I can't help but wonder about these hats you were looking at. But I'll set that aside for now. I wanted to apologize for being insensitive. I can't believe I trampled on your emotions like that.
Huh? Was there something you did? I don't remember anything.
About your dear uncle. It never crossed my mind that he might have passed away.
Oh, that. Don't worry about it.
But it clearly upset you. I can't even express how guilty I feel about opening an old wound like that. I'm so sorry.
Hey, it's okay. You're reminding me of him even now. And it's completely fine. I'm glad we talked about it.
Is that so? Well then, why did you look so sad when I mentioned him?
The truth is, I realized I hadn't visited my uncle's grave in a long time. With me not showing up for so long, I imagined him being worried about me.
I see. He must have been quite dear to you.
Hey, that gives me a great idea. Why don't we go see my uncle together sometime?
You want me to visit your uncle's grave, but I don't have any connection with him.
Sure you do. You're connected by me.
I didn't think of that. All right then, I accept. If you don't mind my tagging along, I'll gladly accompany you.
Great! Thanks, Uncle... thanks, Alois.
Okay. Hilda and Balthus, the final Ashen Wolf support that we are going to be getting, here.
Here! Here! Huh?
Balti? Still training at this hour? How unexpectedly diligent of you.
Ah, Hilda! How are things? Anything of note to report?
No? I'm not sure what you mean.
Oh, I don't know. You haven't been approached by any lovelorn goons lately, have you?
Now that you mention it, it's been a few days since any guys have flirted with me.
Fantastic! They got the hint.
Whoa, wait a second. Are you pulling some weird prank on me?
Of course not. I'm just doing my best to keep my promise to Holst, that's all.
Oh, not this again. That was ages ago. I'm sure my brother's forgotten all about it.
Dead wrong, pal. I actually had the chance to see him recently, and he had a new request for me.
What? He told you to get rid of any guys who show interest in me so that I stay his innocent little sister forever?
That sounds more like Sedith than Holst, don't you think?
Yeah.
Fair point. What was the request?
Guys here have the gall to consider you a potential bride. It's my job to test them, see if they're worthy.
I don't like where this is going.
Since Holst isn't here to do the honors, I've spread the word that nobody is fit to marry you unless they can defeat the great king of grappling in a fight.
What? That's exactly the same as getting rid of them!
How so? It only eliminates the guys who are dumb enough to take up the challenge.
No one is that dumb. No one around here thinks they can beat the stupendous king of grappling or whatever.
That's why I leveled the playing field by allowing sneak attacks. Plenty have already tried their luck. One guy actually tried to strangle me in my sleep.
Good lord.
Wow, a sleep strangler. He sounds like husband material.
And that's why I've been training so much. Can't let you end up with some weakling after all.
This is madness! If you keep getting stronger, there won't be anyone who fits the bill.
True. You could spend your whole life searching and never find a match for Balthus the Great. The only people who stand a chance are Holst and me.
To prove that you're worthy of my hand in marriage, you're going to fight Yourself?
I always knew I was my own worst enemy. One day I'll finally meet my equal in battle. Me.
So you're going to punch yourself out? Is that your idea of a romantic gesture?
When that fateful day arrives, Hilda, I want you to know that I intend to keep my word.
Huh. A girl could do worse, I suppose.
Okay. Oh, there was an extra long fade out on that. Alright then. I kind of figured that's how that was gonna end. Well, in the romantic way, not necessarily the extra stuff. But Seteth and Flayn, eh?
Flayn.
Here to pester me, brother?
No, I think I'm the one who ought to be pestered.
Regardless of what I say to you, it is not as though it has any effect in reducing your worry over me.
That is true. No matter where you are, and no matter what you're doing, I will always worry. But that's only because I treasure you so very much. Please understand, I'm not trying to hurt you.
Of that I am well aware. I am touched that you care so deeply. When I think of it, it is my own fault that you have become so overprotective. I cannot blame you.
No, the fault is entirely mine. You were still so young. I placed far too much strain on you, and our lack of resources was no excuse. Worse, I failed to watch you during the battle. Your mother, too. We lost her because of me. Afterward, it broke my heart to see how much you would need to rest just to survive. I swore that I would dedicate every moment remaining in my life to your protection.
Ever since then, I have been afraid of falling asleep. My fear of sleeping is outmatched only by my fear of spending my life alone. Even if it cannot last, I want to live among my peers as one of them, as an ordinary person, similar to how you and Mother coexisted with your own comrades back then, fighting side by side.
Quite right. I know you must leave the nest someday. No matter how many ages our lives may span, I know that's the way of it.
Father.
Don't.
Nobody is listening, Father. Let me address you as such just this once. I have valued the quiet days you and I have spent alone together, but I am no longer a child. Just as you and Mother met one another, and eventually I was brought into the world, I
know. Please, no more. No matter what happens, you are my daughter. It gives me great joy to see you grow. But please, at least until this war is over, let me continue to worry. You're the most precious person in my life. I can't bear the thought of losing you.
It seems I have no choice in the matter. I shall allow you to worry about me enough for yourself and Mother both. But only that much and no more, my dear Father Keyhole.
Thank you, Sethlene.
Cute. That was such a good ending. And I like how, if you hadn't figured out anything else, they specifically say it. I don't know. There might have been like somewhere else, maybe one of the boss dialogues might refer to like Seteth this keyhole. I think like the St. Macwill boss dialogue might. But they explicitly stated it right then and there. But it was cute. Seteth and Manuela A.
Seteth?
Hello, Manuela. Is something the matter?
You surprised me is all. Though not as surprised as you when you found me here before. I've never seen you offering up prayers so solemnly.
I suppose I do typically make an effort to come here when no one else is around. Many look to me for guidance. I do not wish to disturb anyone's prayers with my own. But I did not come here only to pray.
Really? Then what were you doing?
I was swearing an oath to Saint Sethlene. She is a special figure to me. It's become part of my routine to swear this oath before her likeness. More than any other, she wishes for a peaceful world. I believe it is my duty to grant her wish.
I had no idea you held such a passionate secret devotion, Sedith. The legends of Saint Sethlene do depict her as a kind, proper, and honorable woman. And she was so gentle and quiet, really kept to herself. It's no wonder you're infatuated with her.
I think you may have misunderstood me.
It must be very lonely to be so in love with someone from the distant past.
She is very special to me, yes, but not in that way.
You don't have to hide it from me, Sedith. I can keep a secret, but people from the past are gone. No matter how much you care for her, she can't love you back. Now then, if you turned your eyes to me, I could respond to your deepest, most powerful feelings.
You are completely mistaken.
Okay. And it just ends right there. Alright, well, there's an A+ to that. Is that the only one we have left for Setbeth? Yep, okay. And then the 3 Aloys supports. I mean, we still need to get the Petra one. I'll work on that. But alright. Aloys and Manuel.
I can't express enough how grateful I am for your help with my daughter. She was over the moon about the gift you chose.
Oh, wonderful. I would have expected no less after the effort I put into finding the perfect gift.
I even received a thank you letter from her. Would you care to read it?
I shouldn't be reading your personal letters, Alois.
Don't worry. Look who it's addressed to.
Yes, I see you here, and to the person who selected my gift?
Very much knew it was an Alois.
That's my daughter for you. Perceptive. She can see right through my little schemes.
It wouldn't take a genius to figure it out after being sent dirty coins for so many years. Anyway, I guess that means I can carry on reading. Oh, that's a special girl you've got there. Your daughter really cares about you.
She does, doesn't she? That reminds me of when she was younger. She always used to...
I'm gonna cut you off, Alois. I don't have time for a story right now.
Very well, another time. But I would still like to show my appreciation. A knight never takes kindness for granted. What can I do for you?
Oh, there's a mountain of things I want, but nothing I can ask you to do. Reading your daughter's heartwarming letter was more than enough. I didn't help you out so I could have a knight owe me a favor. I just wanted to help a friend.
In that case, I hope my words of gratitude will suffice as repayment. I am truly thankful for your help this time, and the next.
I'm sorry, what do you mean, the next?
Well, my wife's birthday is coming up. So, of course, I'm going to need all the help I can get from my gift selection advisor.
Don't push your luck, pal. Alois, I'll never understand how someone like you can find love, yet I'm still alone.
Damn. Alright. Alois and Catherine, eh?
Come on, just one, please.
Anna.
I'll pay for it next time.
No can do. Do you have any idea how much is on your tab? More than you're worth is my bet.
Damn, okay.
It's been a long day. I just need a little drink.
So long as my pocket stays empty, your glass stays empty. Don't cross me.
I couldn't help it over here. Hello, Anna. How much does she owe?
Hi there, Alois. Are you asking because you intend to pay this lady's tab? I can't even begin to understand that level of that level of kindness.
Alois, what are you doing?
I'm in your debt, Catherine. You've saved me countless times. Besides, you warned me about those scams. You kept me from getting cheated out of my money. So I'll take care of this. How much does she owe?
Thanks, Alois. Are you sure you don't regret doing that?
Of course I don't. Think nothing of it. I used to pay old Gerald's tabs all the time.
Oh god, I'm sure he racked those up.
I'd have been happy to buy you a drink, you know.
Nah, that's generous of you, but I couldn't accept. You're a good guy, Alois, you know that? Not only paying my tab, but offering to buy me a drink, too.
Gerald would have kept drinking. He was certainly shameless about it.
Did he ever pay you back for bailing him out?
Sometimes. Honestly, off the battlefield, he was disorganized about everything.
That sounds like him. And to be honest, well, sounds like you, too. You're probably not bothered when it comes to my debt, but I want you to know I'll pay it back.
I appreciate that, but there's no rush. I trust you. You're a colleague, a friend, and that's true whether or not you pay me back.
You're hopeless. But you know what, Alois? That's how I like you. Next time a con artist tries to bilk you, I'll be sure to save your backside.
Okay, that was another really cute one. I really like that. And then the Alois Shamir one has been a really awesome sight to see from Alois. So let's see how it wraps up.
Listen, Shamir, I want to apologize for the conversation we had. I really embarrassed myself.
No need to apologize. I was not bothered.
I just want to make one thing clear. I don't resent my missions as a knight. I will complete any mission I'm told to carry out.
I know. In fact, you are the most loyal knight I have fought beside. You are no coward.
I think I am a coward, actually. Every night I fret about ghosts that don't really exist. I wish I could be as strong as you are. The fact is, I'm weak. There's nothing I can do to change it.
You should not mistake your kindness for weakness. You contemplate the lives you have taken because you care, even when the emotions may be frivolous. That is something I am not capable of. I am not the only one who has noticed. Everyone else sees your kindness and wishes to share in it.
Shamir.
It's okay to hold on to the ghosts of your past. They are a part of who you are. But you cannot let them hold onto you. If you are sad, others will notice and share in that as well.
I see. That makes sense. Optimism. Cheery old Alois, that's me.
He recovered quickly and with surprising energy. Alois has many qualities I could never emulate. His positive and kind nature gives strength to those around him. Even to this Dagdan mercenary trying to find her place in an unfamiliar land.
Shamir, stop lagging, start lagging.
Then again, he has many qualities that I do not wish to emulate.
That's a solid way to wrap up that support block. Goddamn. Like that conversation, I think without seeing that, like, I don't know, Alois is just loud, boisterous, and just too good, too kind for his own good, right? And you don't really see much else. But this conversation back and forth to show what he's really dealing with, and that other people actually rely on that. That was a nice one to see. Okay. Well, we gotta finish, of course. We need Petra and Alois B. We need the rest of Catherine, which is up here. The Linhart A+, and then both the last Caspars. The A and Ferdinand. And then beyond that, I think... oh wait, no, we need the A+ for Sedeth and Manuela. And beyond that, it's the 3 extra ones that would be nice to get, but we'll see how much renown we have to actually get them. But that's gonna be it for me. Next time we'll be taking on Dubstep City. Hopefully that goes alright. I remember that one being a problem seeing it for the first time just in the hard version of Golden Deer. But we'll see. Because if it's the same exact circumstance, it might be a very long one too. But either way, thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye.